Aloha, this is Perry Martin, President of Maryknoll School. Thank you for your interest in the Maryknoll International Program, where Maryknoll teachers and students are challenged to become global citizens by both traveling and teaching in China, as well as hosting Chinese students to a summer camp at Maryknoll School in Hawaii. You know, since the time of the original Maryknoll sisters' arrival in 1927, Maryknoll has always invested in teaching students the importance of servant leadership and missionary-based values. The Maryknoll ENVOY Program is primarily funded by the generosity of the Jim and Juanita Wo Foundation to expose Maryknoll students on a monthly basis to the Chinese school system, the Chinese family, understanding and identifying with the Chinese culture by teaching conversational English in Chinese schools. The acronym for ENVOY stands for Emissary Notable Venture of Youth. During each envoy to China, the host school shows their hospitality by graciously supporting each teacher with free housing and living expenses. Each Maryknoll student lives with a local host family to learn and absorb each memorable experience in a new culturally rich environment. As our students learn about Chinese culture, values, traditions, each student will develop a deeper understanding of the cultural connections that will ultimately unite our nations in future collaboration. The Maryknoll ENVOY Program is important because the Maryknoll School student body has a rich and diverse culture of students and staff. Almost 69% of all students are third or fourth generation Chinese students of mixed descent. So, in honor of this exceptional demographic, in 2009, Maryknoll created an academic policy making Mandarin a mandatory language for all students in grades kindergarten through grade 8 as a strategy for students to connect with their Chinese culture and eventually find opportunities to experience China firsthand. So as part of the rich and evolving ENVOY program, Maryknoll conducted its very first Chinese summer camp this past summer. 41 Chinese students from Maryknoll sister schools in Shanghai and Wuhan came to Hawaii to participate in global citizenship activities, enhance their English skills, and live and work alongside American families. Maryknoll has partnered with Panda Travel and Pacific Aviation Museum to deliver a Chinese summer camp experience second to none. A new tradition has begun. You know, Maryknoll students are learning that technology advances and international governance is increasingly conducted beyond the parameters of China and the United States. The concept of global citizenship has become a high priority for Maryknoll School, and its evolution into the coherent practice of giving children both examples and practice about understanding and working with citizens of China through the ENVOY program. Maryknoll School aspires to make all Maryknoll students global citizens, whereby they identify with being part of an emerging world community and understanding and practicing skills that contribute to building up global citizenship confidence. Maryknoll students are taught to understand that human beings organize themselves into groups and communities based on shared economic, political, religious, and social identities. As experiences, cooperation, and understanding of global citizenship grow stronger, our students can articulate shared values and build confidence into lifelong collaborative habits that reflect their beliefs. Today, the forces of the Maryknoll ENVOY program are helping Maryknoll students to identify themselves as global citizens and is creating a sense of belonging to a world community greater than themselves. Maryknoll students are investigating the world from activities such as the ENVOY program and Chinese summer camp by developing the empathy needed to see the world through the eyes of others. This skill helps to develop students to have concerns and a share of responsibility for what is happening to the planet as a whole, and that they are members of a worldwide community of people who need to find ways of understanding each other and avenues for working together. The values being taught with Maryknoll International programs are not obscure. They are the values that include human rights, religious freedom, gender equity, environmental protection, sustainable worldwide economic growth, poverty elimination, humanitarian assistance, and preservation of cultural diversity. The ENVOY program allows students to become citizen leaders who can play active roles in forming world communities of collaboration with other Chinese students by traveling to China and experiencing a new culture firsthand. With this engagement, Maryknoll is doing its part in contributing to worldwide diversity in world education and cultural understanding of music, art, culture, and spiritual traditions. Instinctively, because of the ENVOY program, our students feel a connection to all of their Chinese teachers and students that they meet and work with. They have come to know that our way of thinking are many times still colored by the trapping of old allegiances and ways of seeing things that are no longer valid. The Maryknoll ENVOY and summer camp programs have pulled back the veil that has kept other students from more clearly seeing the world as a whole and finding sustainable ways of connecting with those who share our common humanity. From a statistical perspective, the Chinese students attending Maryknoll programs are among the 50,000 plus Chinese youth each year who will jet across the Pacific for a taste of American summer camps and culture. The Maryknoll Advantage Summer Camp 2-week program is very specialized. It is designed to give Chinese students a competitive academic edge back home. Chinese summer camps abroad have become very fashionable in China. As China continues to quickly develop and competition for education and jobs intensifies, no Chinese parent wants their child to be left behind. To rise above the rest, they believe their children must be familiar with the outside world and speak English well. So, participating in the Maryknoll International programs is a very attractive opportunity. Students who attend are enrolled and come from Maryknoll sister schools in Wuhan and Shanghai, and it is evident that their parents have made it a priority to invest in their future. Maryknoll School wants to thank the Jim and Juanita Woe Foundation for supporting the startup of this important program through a matching grant. Our program development work is not finished, as Maryknoll needs to continue building relationships with additional sister schools to quench the thirst of so many Maryknoll students wanting to participate. So mahalo for being part of this developing and life-changing experience for Maryknoll students. Please consider placing Maryknoll in your giving portfolio with a gift to the Maryknoll ENVOY program for sustainability into the matching grant. Also, I would like to form an advisory board interested in furthering the development of ENVOY and the Maryknoll Advantage Summer Camp. Having a vast array of talents collaborating together can make the Maryknoll International programs available to all children. So I leave you with this ancient Chinese proverb that states, "Each generation will reap what the former generation has sown." And from my perspective, it never ceases to amaze me as I meet more and more people of varied and different cultures. I continue to discover the differences that we all have in common. Mahalo for being part of the Maryknoll story. Aloha.